In today's video, we're going to break apart the airdrop system and just see how much information we can gather. I want to say thank you to the community on the Discord. Some people have helped out submitting pictures of airdrops looted. Thank you a lot, that's very helpful. It's nice to see the community coming together and growing. Anyway, let's get started. So we looted 100 drops with help from you the viewers. As said, again thank you. I wanted to have a rough number on what you can get from the drops. I did try to get in touch with the developers but did not get a response. So therefore these are kind of rough estimates that we're working with. We cannot put an exact determination of the drop percentage by simply looting 100 crates. However, I do feel that 100 was an okay number to do this test with, and I didn't feel like looting 10,000. So yeah, call me lazy. Alright, so first off we have the weapons. If we look at the grocer here, we have 27, but we do have a new rifle coming to the airdrops in the upcoming patch, so that might even the numbers out a little bit. I don't know, maybe. For now we're just looking at the total count of the weapons. Later we'll take a look at the ammunition too. Next up we have the healing. 15 medkits, that's kind of a lot, but I do feel like I see a lot of them in airdrops, so it wasn't really that big of a surprise. However, painkillers and first aid kits are in there. I haven't seen an energy drink, but I do think that I recall that I've seen one in a drop. So it seems like those three have kind of a low chance of being in a drop, but it's possible. Even before I did this test, I felt like I saw a lot of level 3 backpacks, and now we have the numbers. It's almost not completely accurate, but 1 out of 3. And I did feel that ghillie suit had a very low chance, and it does, at least it did in this experiment. The next one was kind of interesting to me because I felt like you always get a piece of armor from the drops, and it turns out from these numbers you get one out of every second you loot. So yeah, either a vest or a level 3 helmet. I haven't seen, I don't remember, I don't think I have seen one with both a vest and a level 3 helmet. Please comment if you've seen it, but I don't think it's possible. Up last are the attachments. Now these do not share any connection with the weapon you loot. You can loot a 15 times scope with a grocer, and yeah, so don't be surprised if that shit don't match up, because it could be anything. So I wanted to bring the ammunition up by itself, because you can see with all of the weapons except the arm will always have 20 bullets, but all others you can loot either, well, a lower amount or a higher amount. They have two options. It does seem like there's a slightly lower chance of getting a higher amount of bullets, which kind of makes sense, right? But these are like the hard numbers of the chances. Let's talk drop zones. The first drop always lands within the white circle. Any drop beyond that can land within the play area. The play area includes the blue circle. It can even land on the border of the blue circles. There's a current bug, I guess you could call it, at the outer play area. If the play zone reaches beyond the end of the map, the airdrop can land at the outer wall, well, on the outer wall, making you unable to obtain it. That wall that I'm talking about is around 1 kilometer wide, so you can imagine kind of like a tall building. If something lands on it, well, then you can't reach it. So after looting more than 100 drops, I feel certain that the plane timers are not specific. I had different times each time the plane arrived. As an example, the first drop, the quickest I saw was at 3:37 and the slowest at 2:30. Now the times are from the circle meter at the bottom right corner, since nobody wants to keep a stopwatch with them through a game, right? And yeah, I know it depends on where you're standing on the map, but even with circles alike and parachuting out to the edge of the world and having seen the plane come in, the times just didn't add up. I don't know if they're supposed to, I actually do not think they are, but we can still use this for something. And that is going for the first drop, which is a solid strategy in my opinion. Mostly in squad games though, because there's just a lot less people than in solo queue, which is nice. There's just not that many squads going for the airdrops, at least not the first one in my experience. So in this next video clip I'll show you my strategy for getting the first drop. Alright, so the way that I do it is land at the Watertown garage thingy near Rosshawk, because I know all the car spawns, I think, and then I can just grab a car, go to the center of the white circle and wait for the plane to arrive. After that I simply drive towards the airdrop, snatch the crate, and there we go. I've had a lot of fun in solo squad games doing this, so if you want to challenge yourself with solo squads, this is a very viable way, because then you'll have the edge with a better weapon than your opponents. The airdrop smoke is currently bugged, as you see with this crate up here in the hill. It's one that I've already looted a long time ago. It's the first one, and there's been a second one that I also looted. Now whenever a new crate drops, the other one will begin to smoke again for the duration of, I don't know how long exactly, maybe 1 minute or so. As we see in these clips, the plane can sometimes drop multiple care packages, not more than 2 though. Sometimes they're really close to one another, sometimes they're really spread. I don't know what the odds are of this happening, but it does happen. See here, they're totally stacked and I got both of them too. Going for drops in water can be a dangerous task. If you have a vehicle, try to hide it better than I just did. If somebody shows up later to the party, you're gonna have to fight them. Like if you can even make it to the shoreline. So by hiding a vehicle if you have one, there's a bigger chance that they don't think that it's been looted yet. But if there's a car on the shoreline, there's gonna be people waiting just thinking, oh well, he's gonna bring the goodies to us, so let's just wait. A quickie, when in bushes and on motorcycles, you can use first person to easily spot the plane and the airdrops. So here in the end, after we've broken down the airdrops as much as we can, I had some pretty sick sniper kills, double sniper action, and I know you guys like to see that, so I'm just going to include that here in the end for you to enjoy. Here in the end, if anybody has anything to add, then post a comment with it. I hope you liked this video, and I want to say that we just made it as a Discord partner, so we will have better voice quality on the Discord. That's amazing. That is great. Also, I can't believe it. My mind is blown away even further every day. We keep growing, and yeah, I hope you didn't mind this over-edited ending here. I had a bit of fun, and it was a late night. So yeah, stay cool, whatever you stay in school, I don't know, play PUBG, fuck, goodbye.